Well, they return to try and improve on last year's 5th place.
And this is again another event where everything is done at high speed. There's no time to settle, and the Danes are masters at this, where they go out hard. There they go. Look at them go. They go out rather like the Italian double did in the race before, where it is all just power, power, power. And that's what they do in training right through the winter. They get out there, and every time they go on the water, it is hard, hard stuff.
Quick look at the French there, all out of last year's successful lightweight 8, but this a much tougher task for them over on the left of the picture on the far side. Here are the Italians in lane number 2. They haven't won this particular category since 1995. Mascarena's interesting, actually, born in Portugal, in Lisbon, but rowing, as you can see, now for Italy.
There's Denmark out in front. They've got a good half length. And Australia here moving very well, with only Simon Burgess left over, Olympic silver medal 2 years ago in the bow seat.
Coming up to the end of the first quarter, and certainly Denmark ahead of Italy, and then Australia right on the premises in 3rd place, and Canada close up in 4th. But here once again the Danes, they really had bad luck, didn't they, Dan, round about the Olympics, with injury to Poulsen and reorganisation of the crew. I mean, but for all the problems, that they might have remained unbeaten. But the introduction of Molvig, who they've known for a long time, seems to be working.
Seems to be working. Madsen was the man who came in before the Olympics, where they managed to get the bronze medal there. But Madsen has been replaced now by Molvig, and he was rowing in the 8. But this 4 looks actually better and is moving very sweetly indeed. It's very, very aggressive the way they row, but they're moving very well and sweetly as well.
The experience in this German crew comes in the stern there. 33-year-old Andy Beck and Steven Locher in the 3 seat. Both of them with World Championship gold medals from the lightweight 8 in the mid-90s. Canadians, though, they're still very much on the premises. But way out now are Denmark. And this has become a characteristic of this regatta, Dan, this fast start to gain a position and then control.
Well, it's very much this sprint approach to the racing. It's very unlike the Italians to get left like that, because they like to get out fast and in front as well. But they are there holding on to the coattails of Denmark. Denmark moving along nicely at 38 strokes a minute. But their boat moves very well. It travels very, very well between the strokes. So it's good rowing as well as very aggressive rowing.
So still the Danes the quickest on the water. 1:26.49 for that second quarter. Germany the second fastest, 1:27.17 to keep them in touch. But Italy now trying to close that gap. They're going to have to really do some work now, Dan, if they want to get anywhere near this Danish 4.
Well, look how they've split the field, Denmark. I mean, they've really stretched that field out. They've got 2.5 lengths on Australia, who are in 3rd place at the moment, because of this way they row. They're up there at 40 strokes a minute, doing exactly what Pettinari and Luini did in the double, driving hard right through the water there. And as I say, that's the way they train right through the winter. They do this high rating work every time they go afloat.
And a good crowd there on the 1250 bridge, with the old Expo ground in the background, but nobody will be taking too much notice of that. Still Denmark with a healthy advantage over Italy, and the fight on between Canada, closest to you can just see the bow there, and then you can see the Aussie boat, the green and yellow of Australia, trying to get back on terms to fight for maybe a bronze medal. But the Italians now being breathed on a little bit by the Canadians on the near side.
And Italy at 40 strokes a minute, Canada at 37, and that's the difference, really. That's the difference. The way that the crews are going out to really sprint this whole race, this whole 6-minute race.
Well, Canada making the greatest progress in that third quarter, 1:27.77. So that's quicker by half a second over the Danes, and of course quicker than the Italians. That's why they're in the position that they are now, which is something like half a length down on the Italians in the background there, who are holding on to that silver medal position Mascarenhas, Amitrano, Amoranti and Bertini. But here are the Canadians. That's Sir Doug Vandor. He's the new boy in the crew, in the bow seat for Canada.
Well, Canada moved up to 42 strokes a minute just then, and that really has put them back into the picture. Just by realising how close they are to the Italians, they have really started to crank it, and now we've got a great finish here for the silver medal.
Yeah, nobody's going to take the gold away from Denmark, but on the top of the picture, Italy. Can Canada keep their charge going? They're not that far away. There's about a second between the two crews. You can see the visual distance is about a quarter of a length, a little bit more in favour of the Italians. The Australians and the Germans seemingly haven't got much else to offer now, so it's between these three crews, and it's between Canada and Italy for that silver medal. The Danes, well, they've been out there all the way. Fastest in the first 1,000 metres and controlling beautifully in the second half of the race. They are the champions. The silver goes to Italy, the bronze to Canada. An excellent performance by the Canadians. And then Australia ahead of Germany, with France just trailing in 11 seconds off the pace. So a devastating 1,000 metres setting up the Danish victory. Canada achieving their first medal in this class for 21 years. Denmark's 5th lightweight fours title in the last 8 years.